On.
So then I said, Plunger, I don't even know her.
How dare you steal my bit?
I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. So anyways, welcome back to another magnificent episode of John Talks to Lamb, Lamb Talks to John.
Yes, I'm
The show
John.
where we're both equally partnerships. I'm Lamb, I think.
Yes, we think. Currently, it's up for the air and debate. Up for debate in the air.
Yeah, some of us have been having an identity crisis recently. Um, John,
Yes,
not
as you
me.
can as you can hear, I've been actively changing my voice.
Yeah, he's not been the same person every episode. We've actually been having guest co-stars voice act as John.
Yeah, well, my voice is so identifiable and unique.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone else has been really bad at it.
Yes, this is actually what my true voice sounds like.
Yeah.
I
Sounds like a
I,
terrible villain.
I kind of chalk this up to the fact that
You're
uh,
congested.
no, I'm not actually. I can breathe through my nose just fine. I think I talked too much in the past like 2 days.
What have you been doing?
All right, let's get that gravy party train
Oh
started,
boy.
right?
I will cut you off this time if you talk too long.
Okay. As requested. Yes, thank you.
Yes.
So basically it's Sunday right now, right? On Friday
Correct.
I went and helped set up for a wedding for a friend. And that was about maybe 6 hours of work, setting up tables, replacing light bulbs, all this other stuff to make like the actual venue work. And so that whole time we're conversing and talking, which wouldn't be bad. There was no problem after that. But
Mm-hmm.
then afterwards, we went out and had some bevs with a friend,
Uh,
and ended up
you know
staying
you can't
out
have
till like
bevies.
yeah. We had the bevies, and we ended up staying out till like all close to midnight. Right. I got home that night at 2. Well, I went to bed at 2, so I got home at like 1. And there's some alcohol involved, the
Mm-hmm.
devil's juice.
What kind of
Still
alcohol?
wasn't too bad the next day. I mean, there was some residual alcohol effects.
I'm just gonna ignore me, that's fine, I don't care.
Huh?
I said what kind of alcohol, silly?
Oh, the regular beers,
Oh,
and
okay.
also
So not
something that
hard
I
liquor.
no, well, that got involved. That was the very
Oh
last
boy.
thing that got involved,
Well, that'll probably do it.
and I could tell you that the name. I can tell you the name of this thing because it was the first I'd heard of it, and it's
Mm-hmm.
this liqueur called Rumpelmints.
Rumplements? That sounds awesome.
It was.
Oh
From
boy.
what they told me, it was a fan favorite drink of cocaine dealers.
Oh, so
And they
you're a
were doing like
cocaine dealer
half off
now?
shots, right? At this
Uh-huh.
particular hour that we were there.
And by cocaine, we don't mean cocaine. We mean the flour. Yeah, for
No,
the
I
people
mean
watching.
cocaine. I'm not doing cocaine.
We're not trying to get caught
I did
saying things
alcohol.
like this. You ever heard
Huh?
of censorship?
Censorship. They're gonna censor me for talking about cocaine dealers?
Yeah, we're not gonna get any money for. They're gonna demonetize us.
Why? Well, we didn't talk about it in the first minute. We're good. We can swear now.
Oh, don't do it. Continue your story, sir.
No, I have a very this is my very PG story continues.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we had been just kind of drinking regularly, but also, we're at a bar and the bar is playing music, and so we're having to kind of yell at each other over the music to talk.
As one does.
Yep. And you mix that with drinking, and then at the end of the night, we took a shot of Rumple Mints, which is like a peppermint, right? Super pepperminty.
Hmm.
And so you don't even taste alcohol. All you taste is peppermint. Kind of the burning, like refreshing sensation that comes with peppermint.
Yeah,
Pretty good. Pretty good.
that sounds dangerous.
It was. There was no alcohol taste. As long as you got past the like burning, you're good. But that was the last thing that we did, and then we went home.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, right? Now, okay, I did have some in the night. I had some potential problems. I think honestly it was because I ate something that I was
Oh, those kind of problems.
not ready for. No, I didn't. I didn't actually. I felt vommy. I did not actually do it.
Yuck.
Yeah, but I also don't chalk that up to the alcohol
Mm-hmm.
because I think it was because we had like Szechuan noodles
Oh
and
yeah,
they may have
that
been a
might do
bit too
it.
spicy for my tummy to handle.
I mean, in my experience, mixing alcohol with spicy can also do that.
That's also true. Yeah. But okay, regardless, we had a bit of fun Saturday night.
Hmm.
Sunday, sorry, no, sorry, that was Friday night. Saturday night, which would have been last night, we had a series of uh celebrations for different people. There's also a big family meeting with my family. And
Okay.
so we had a lot of family over where we got to celebrate and have cake and all this other stuff.
Hmm.
And afterwards, I went and had dinner, where I then proceeded to I went to dinner at 4:30 and talked with people until 10 was when we left.
Have you tried not doing
I will in the future, but I can tell you
that?
this time I talked for, okay, let's say 6 hours at the wedding.
Hmm.
Then let's say we finish it at 6. No, at like 7, and then we stay out till 2, or rather 1. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hours plus another 7 hours on top of that. So I talked for like 18 hours straight in the
Hmm.
past 2 days.
So when you
And
said eventful, you meant really eventful.
yeah, and now here I am talking again. I woke up this morning and I tried to speak, but I was trying to do like vocal warm-ups before we actually got started here. I was like,
Wait, you
I
don't
don't know what's
normally do
going on,
that?
but my Adam's apple hurts. That's like the first time I've ever had, I was pushing on it and I like popped it back
Because
into
you're going through
place.
puberty again.
I guess so, man. That
No,
is
everybody goes through like three puberties in their lifetime, right? The first one
3?
is like the initial one. The second one is where you like the first one's like physical. The second one is like emotional. That's when you reach your emotional maturity at like 25, and then your third one is menopause.
Okay,
So
so
you're
I'm
going
going
through
through
menopause right
menopause.
now,
Wow, man.
probably.
That's rough. That's rough for
Sorry
me.
that you had to find out this way.
Yep, yep. I thought I had another 20 years before that's actually kicked in.
Mm. No, that's not how it works, bud.
Either way, I am I brought water this time cuz there's no way I can get through another recording
I'm
without
glad you
water.
didn't
I
bring
mean,
water
all
last
all while I was
time.
talking while we were at the restaurant, I just had like a sweet tea in front of me and I just kept pounding it like every minute. It would be
Uh,
like me talking and then I'd have to like drain this tea.
that's how you die.
Well, I
Well, die is subjective here, but
die of tea overdose.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Was it sweet tea?
Yes? It's like
Was it like
yeah,
was it like Southern diabetes sweet tea,
not
or was it
that bad.
just
It wasn't as bad.
okay?
I've had much sweeter teas.
I think we all have. I don't really like sweet tea or I like black teas. All right, now and I'm cutting you off.
Yeah, I
Because you
think
would
you've
talk.
talked about your hatred of tea before.
It's not hatred,
Well,
and it's not
okay,
even of
from what
all
I am
tea.
aware of, all black people hate tea
That's
because all the
incorrect
black people that I know
entirely.
don't like tea.
That's a very small demographic. Black people,
Uh,
especially Southern black people, love tea. They love
Yeah, but
sweet
it's like
tea.
that. It's like yeah, it's like super sweet tea.
I mean, that's true for like all the bevies that they can make: tea, Kool-Aid, like powdered lemonade, stuff like that. It's always going to be hell. We love Tampico. We love Hawaiian Punch because it's just really sugary.
Well,
And I say we as in black people.
yes, for all
Um,
black people, yes, I
'Cause
understand. You're speaking for
oh,
the
if you don't
entire.
believe that I'm black, I know you can't see this audience, but look, I got a camera.
No, now that you've done this, we're gonna have to put in the video part.
Oh, no, it's fine. They don't need to see what I look like.
Well,
If they do, they can just watch the other videos.
I'll describe
Also,
him to you.
I
He's
look mad
black.
rough.
He has a
Hey,
beard. He's wearing a shirt that says, "Is it? Are you defining person?"
oh, here you
Oh no,
go.
you have a meme
Dang,
on your shirt.
I got it for my birthday. Also, I look beefy as hell right now. Holy cow.
That lighting,
Anyways,
the lighting is solid.
lighting in a black shirt does a lot for you.
Yep, I like that it's just one direction. There's no secondary light source.
John, we talked about this in front of the camera, not behind.
Right, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
But also because if I have another one The only other one I have is my ceiling fan, and that one is terrible lighting.
You just got to get a second lamp.
That's fine. It's fine.
All right. Well, we're not talking about anything cool.
Oh wait, no,
We're just
it's
kind of
still my
complaining about
turn.
me being sick, and
Yeah, you
then
suck. I was
he's
talking
showing
about
off. He's
tea.
flexing for the camera.
Allow me to continue. I'm not doing it anymore.
Right, right. You were ranting about your
I wasn't
hatred of
ranting.
all tea kinds.
Let me. Can I speak, please? Can I have the floor? I
Do
let you
you?
talk for your. I let you talk.
Right,
Now
right.
it's my turn.
Well, you're not sick, so your point is already less cool. I was so
I was sick for a
high. I
whole
was so
episode
in
with the
demand.
flu.
Well, yeah, but I still carried that one because I'm awesome.
So then it's my turn. Shut the hell up.
Okay, right. Please wow us with your tea talk, you tea
So,
talker.
what's up, audience? It's me, the cooler of the two of us, who's not a word I can't say on the air.
Ah,
No, so like I don't like black tea. I don't like the flavor of it. I don't know, it's weird. But I do enjoy white teas. White teas are very nice, very refreshing. And I do enjoy green teas. Everybody says they don't taste like anything, or they just taste really earthy, and that's what makes them so special. They're just really delicious. That is all I had to say. Mr. Try to make me look like a bad guy saying I hate all teas? Absolutely not.
well, we got a
That's
minute of
disrespectful.
content out of your tea rant.
Yeah. What else can I talk
There's a
about?
lot of
Oh,
other
I went
kinds of
to
teas, right?
well, those are the only ones there's herbal teas, but like that's different because there's so many different kinds that it can't be really put into like, oh, I like all herbal teas because it's like, well, what about the ones that you don't like? Because herbal tea is pretty much anything that's not white, black, or uh, white, black, or green. If you think about it, or like is made with flowers and stuff. It's made with herbs. That's why it's called herbal tea.
Right, right.
Yeah. One tea that's not good is oolong. Not good because it's just I don't like it. I think it's also a black tea, but it's very strong. I had it at a boba place once. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah, oolong to me
Um,
always felt more like you drinking medicine
yeah,
because that's the
it's
only.
very
It's like,
powerful.
yeah, yeah. It doesn't like taste really good,
Hmm.
but it has a ton of other like benefits, like health benefits.
Yeah, disgusting.
It's just like why am I drinking this as like a palate cleanser when it tastes so much worse than actually what I'm eating?
Yeah, that part. Um, but segueing. Oh, here, let me mark this again. Do you know what round one is?
Yes, I do. It's an entertainment venue.
Yeah,
They
I
do
went
like
there for the first time
bowling and
yesterday.
oh really?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty
Nice.
cool. My friends, they wanted, or one of my friends is graduating, and them and their partner were like, "Hey, we're gonna go here to take graduation pictures. Do you guys want to come?" And so we were like, "Sure."
That
And they
was
closed at
round
like
one for
2.
their graduation photos.
Yeah, just because
Sick.
it was pretty cool. All the claw machines and stuff. I know it's all scams, and they did scam a lot of money out of me, but it's fine. Um, I can't go to arcades, by the way,
Why?
because
You just spend too much money on the machines?
so you know how like people with gambling problems can't go to casinos?
Sure.
Well, that's me, but with arcades.
You're probably also prone to going to a casino and gambling there too.
No, I've
Probably a
never
good
even
idea
been
to
to one
stay
of
out of there.
those. Yeah, I mean, I suck at slots,
How do
so
you suck at slots? You're just pulling a lever.
it's skill based,
No,
and
it
I
is
don't have the
not. There
skill.
is not skill.
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
If you're
Have you
gonna
been to the
make the real money at
casinos?
a slot machine, you need bulk and speed and time.
Listen, I've played enough GTA to
Do they do
know
that in
that
GTA?
it's skill. Yeah, they have like a whole casino in there.
Oh,
It's a whole thing.
is
It's
it the
pretty
fifth
cool.
one or which one is this?
In the fifth one,
Oh,
there's only five. Well, I think they have spin-offs, but main games are still only five. They're working on the sixth one. They put out a trailer for it not that long ago, but
yes, yes,
that's
they
kind of the
did.
last we heard about it.
You know, they at the end of GTA 5, they have like that little breakdown of you as a player
Hmm.
that the what do you call him? The shrink has been like doing of you like the whole time.
Hmm.
Like I feel like that's really indicative of how
I think it's
people.
indicative.
Yeah, I think indicative of how people actually play. Like because personally, I didn't do half of the stuff in there.
Yeah.
because I wasn't really like trying to 100%. I was just trying to like get through the story and
Hmm.
kind of just experience like the whole GTA
The
ishness
GTA
as yeah,
experience.
yeah. But it's like the only times like I didn't even know that they had slot machines. I'm assuming they're in the strip clubs because I was only in the strip club when the story made me go into a strip club.
No, there's a whole casino.
There's a whole casino. Well, I know there's one in like the online version.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. You're talking about in game. I don't know. I didn't really play through the story.
You are an like oh my
Well, see, here's okay. So listen, let me defend myself. Um, so I only got the game because my friends were like, "Oh my god, we were playing GTA. Come play with us." And I said, "Okay, cool." And so because of that, that's the only time I really played the game. So then I just played the game to play online with my friends.
So you haven't actually played the story of GTA 5.
Not the full story. No,
How far have you gotten?
I couldn't tell you. It's been
Wow.
way too long since I've actually even booted it up.
See, I just don't understand people that only play like games as a service games. I mean,
Hmm.
but to be fair, I used to do that.
So then you understand.
Well, but I don't anymore because
Well, you see,
I've
here's
played games as a service for so long that I was like, there's no, why am I doing this? It's like I'm
hmm
hanging out with friends. That's the only reason why I'm doing this.
yeah.
It's like at the same time, I could be playing like okay, here's a good example, right?
hmm
Helldivers is a really big
It's a fun
phenomenon right
game.
now. It's a very good game. I've played a lot of
Yes.
Helldivers alone and with friends because I think
hmm
that game, I'm having a ton of fun, and it's the exact kind of game that I would be playing back in the day. Like PlanetSide 2 was one of the games that I played a whole lot back in the day.
hmm
Which is it could explain them, but I'd probably go way too long.
Probably.
They're very similar games. PlanetSide but PlanetSide has like 500 players playing at once. Helldivers only has 4, and there's a lot
hmm
more. You're fighting NPCs or
I see.
like fake enemies more,
hmm
but there's not really any story. There is kind of a story, and it's kind of
hmm
developing as you play. But instead of playing Helldivers or PlanetSide 2, I have chosen to play Hogwarts Legacy
I see.
because it has
So,
a story that I'm actually playing through and learning.
so essentially, what you're saying is you've reached a point in your life where you don't really play games to play with friends. You're more so playing games so you can enjoy the story and like single player mode stuff.
I do both, but
Hmm.
I limit the amount of like in Helldivers not playing alone.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be playing a multiplayer game that has no real benefit beyond me like completing a battle pass, it's like why I don't
hmm
play Fortnite. There's nothing there except battle pass. Even if it would be fun to play with friends, I assume, because I've never actually played Fortnite.
I see. Well, I can tell you that it is fun.
Assumedly
um,
so. There's a ton of people
what's
that
it
play it.
called? Yeah. I don't know. I get what you're saying though. I reached a point where I would only play, or in the past, I would really only play games by myself because I had no friends to play with online. And this is like spanning from like high school to like, I don't know, my second or third year of
We
college.
need to cue the sad violin music.
In the
Da, da,
eyes,
da,
and you
da.
see everything. This is my
Da, da,
anime
da,
backstory,
da,
actually.
da.
But no, like I didn't really have friends to play games with. I even growing up, I would only play games with my brother. So then after he moved away, I just played games by myself, and I got really lonely pretty fast, actually. And like I would play a lot of games for the story, but after a while, I kind of just got bored of games because I didn't really want to play by myself anymore. Especially when I had so many people that I actually knew that were friends that I never played with, playing with each other, and I was like,
Right.
oh, okay, cool. So now that I do have friends that I can play with online, it's kind of like, well, I want to play multiplayer games with my friends when I can, because I didn't really get to have that a lot growing up. Excuse me. So that's kind of why I do it. I have been trying to get back into playing like story-based single-player games, just because they are really fun, and you're not always gonna have people to play with. But I think I play games more so just to hang out with my friends than for the benefits of single player mode stuff. I don't know what I was trying to say
Or
there.
rather than treating them like reading a book or watching a movie?
Yeah. I'm also the kind of person who we've talked about this before. It's kind of hard for me to even read a book or watch a movie, or more so watch a movie or a TV show by myself. Just because it's hard to like really focus or stay maintained with the story.
Well, you're
But
a
if there's
victim of the
someone
TikTok
else,
generation, more or less.
well, yeah, of course I am. I am unfortunately a product of society. Um, but like if somebody else is just in the room, like if their presence is just there for some reason, I can actually focus a lot better. Even if we're not hanging out or like they just happen to be there, or if they are here to hang out and we're watching it together, but we're not really interacting or anything, we're just watching the TV show. My brain is like, okay, well, we're watching the TV show now.
So what you're saying is you could go to a movie theater alone and watch a movie as long as there's other people in the audience?
Well, I mean, I feel like it's a little different. I'm thinking more so like in the comfort of my own home. If I'm going to the movies, like on my own or with someone else, rather, it doesn't really matter. If I'm going to the movie theater, I'm going to watch a movie. And my brain is like, oh, I'm here to watch a movie. But like if I'm at home and like I have so many other things that I can be distracted by, and I don't have to worry about like, oh, I'm bothering other people with what I'm doing. Or like, oh, I'm making comments, or I'm on my phone, or like I'm working on another task at the same time. It's just me in my room, so I don't have to worry about anything else, really.
I'm understanding why video games are a big draw for you. They keep your hands
Yes,
occupied.
correct. Unfortunately, my friends like to play Phasmophobia, and I'm a little
Solid. Yep. Yep.
scaredy guy. Uh, and like they play it all the time, and I'm like, but listen, what if we don't?
Well, yeah, at a certain point it stops being scary and you just start like trying to understand how the ghost works.
Oh, my friends have already reached that point.
Yeah,
And like I've kind of reached that point too, but they enjoy the game a lot more than I do. But I'll play because I'm hanging out with my friendos.
yeah, fair, fair.
Uh, but like a game like Helldivers, however, enjoy that one a lot more. And so like like I have played that game by myself a few times, or not by myself, but like without my friends. Like it would put me in like lobbies with other people, but like I'm not in a chat with them or anything,
Right.
like a party. Um, Versus Phasmophobia, I will not play that game by myself. I refuse.
That's fair. Are there any games that you like are coming out that you're excited for?
um, Only a few that I can think of right now because I haven't really even been keeping up with a lot of games. But one in particular is the new Dragon Ball game that's coming out, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Of,
Uh,
of course it'd be a Dragon Ball game. Yep,
of
yep.
course it would be. Listen. So let me have my Roman Empire a little bit. Uh, so no, the reason why it's such a big deal and like such a big game is because it's the newest, or it's the first sequel to like their biggest gaming franchise in the last, I think, like 15 years.
And
Um,
what is the
the
one
French.
what?
So it's Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. It is going to be the fourth installment of the Budokai Tenkaichi series, which the Budokai Tenkaichi series is their most popular, like profitable, game series franchise, I guess, for
Right.
Dragon Ball.
Right.
Excuse me, for just a multitude of reasons. They just did a lot of stuff in ways that the fans just really enjoyed, pretty much. And like after the third game is when they kind of started branching out to doing other things instead. Like they would take some aspects from those games, but they didn't capture the heart of those games. And then after a while, they just stopped trying to replicate it all together and just started trying to do new, different kind of systems and kind of play styles, which really sucked, if you ask me, for a lot of them. Um, and so this one is coming out at some point. We don't actually know when because they haven't given us a release date, I think. But it's coming out either later this year or next year, and the hype for the game is like phenomenal because it's essentially like the return of the prodigal son of Dragon Ball games.
I see.
It'd be like, I don't know. It'd be like if Skyrim had a sequel that was taking everything that was good about Skyrim,
Well, supposedly they
which
are
is
working
pretty much
on
everything.
Elder Scrolls 6.
I don't know anything about the Elder Scrolls outside of Skyrim.
Yeah. Yeah,
I need
I
to beat that
barely
game.
played Skyrim and barely played Morrowind and didn't play the ones before it.
Mhm. The only one
Daggerfall.
I know, because is the Elder Scrolls they're not Oblivion, right?
Yeah, Oblivion's the fourth one.
That is them? Okay. I think I've seen my brother play Oblivion a few times growing up, and then he played the hell out of Skyrim. I know that.
I see, yeah. Yeah, that one
Excuse
was
me.
a really big deal for a lot of people. And you think that'd be one that I'd be interested in. Very story driven, very open
Yeah,
world kind of exploration. It's too
but
open ended. That one
are
crosses the
you
border into too open ended.
mhm. Oh, I see. Because you it's very much it's too much of a choose your own story
Yeah,
kinda thing?
pretty much. They kick you out after the opening dragon fight. And you
Mhm.
can literally go down the road to the story, or you can go left, and the rest of the world is right there.
Yeah, that's why still haven't beat it yet, because I definitely see, those kinda RPG games are great for me if I have the time to play them, because I will get lost in the world, because I'm definitely one of the people who will, want to do all the side quests as the
Yeah.
story goes on,
Wait.
or if they give me so much freedom as Skyrim does, I will absolutely, accidentally reach a point in the story that's much further than I'm supposed to be at, like I did. Uh, because there was a point where no spoiler warning. I don't remember what happened, but I ended up in some caves, and I ended up fighting this like fallen king out of nowhere, and like I don't think I was supposed to beat him at the level I was at, because I
Right.
think I was maybe like level 10, and this guy was pretty much could one shot me or two shot me really. Because he was also a mage, and I was trying to be a mage, uh, but I didn't do a good job. But it's fine, it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
one of
think I
my
definitely don't. Mhm,
bigger complaint, yeah, like what you're talking about, where you get lost and trying to do like the side quests. That's
mhm,
one of my major complaints with like Hogwarts Legacy
yeah,
is I don't know if you've played that, but the
I
map
have not.
is very large, and you
Mhm,
are given like a broom and then like mounts later to actually fly around and do stuff. But there's a
mhm,
lot of uh random tasks. Like there's these things called Merlin trials, which are basically little
mhm.
rocks on the ground that you activate, and then you have to solve a puzzle. And then you
Sounds
get,
familiar.
if you do like a lot of them, then you get rewards. And
Mhm,
theoretically, if you do all of them on the map, you get an achievement. But I did all the ones to actually finish the quest, which was like, I think it was 15, 30. No, no. It was probably like 60 of them. I had to do like 60 of these little mini puzzles. They were just scattered
okay.
around the map.
Mhm.
And I got some cool gloves, I think was what the reward was in the end. I was like, that was like, why did I do this? It's that, and then there's little like caves that are sometimes locked. If you go into the cave, you
Mhm,
can get like a reward, like a new chess piece or something.
yeah.
Some of them are like locked behind a mini puzzle in its own. You gotta go down and solve those, and then you get like a common piece of gear. It's like this was
Is
so
that
not
about
worth
it?
it. What am I doing?
Oh, common, yeah. So pretty much you're just wasting your time trying to do these puzzles is what
Yeah,
you're telling
there's
me.
like a lot of busy work in the game.
Mhm,
Even some of there was one thing that I did totally by accident because I was exploring the castle. Because
mhm,
really, the Hogwarts itself is super realized. It's genuinely impressive. And so I was just like wandering around exploring and ended up in this bell tower. And I noticed that there was like there were 2 rows of 4 bells or 5 bells or something like that. But one row
mhm.
was missing a bell on each row. I was like, oh, look, there's like bells right here. What if I put the bells back and like levitate them up there and attach them and nothing happened? It's like,
Huh.
why did I have to do this? Literally 10, 15 hours later, I was wandering through the castle and encountered this person. And this person was like,
Mhm.
hey, I have a quest for you. Did you know that this place used to have a bell tower? It's like, wait, what do you mean it used to have a bell tower? The bell tower is still there. It's full of bells. They went, "But
Yeah.
yeah, they decommissioned it and they removed 2 of the bells." And I was thinking in real life, like, "Does what? Was I just able to do that before this quest even activated? This is like a random side quest for some character I'd never met before, just some random student." They're like, "Hey, will you
Mhm.
go and, like, put the bells back in the tower?" And I said, "Yeah, yeah, absolutely, I'll do that."
And then
Exited
you
the
just talk to him
conversation, talked
again?
to her again, and I was like, "Hey, I put the bells back, by the way." It's weird because sometimes they'll let you collect the item that somebody wants beforehand, and then
Mhm.
in the conversation with them, like, okay, here's another example. There's, like, a random village out in the highlands surrounding Hogwarts,
Yeah.
and, I went over there because I had seen on the map that there was one of the other busy works is you have to fight infamous foes, right? Basically mini
Mhm.
bosses. So I went over there and I killed the mini boss and then went down into the town to sell my gear. And the guy that ran the shop was like, "Hey, we're having this problem with this dude that's living up the hill over there. He's like a bandit, really causing problems." And I went, "Oh, that guy? Oh yeah, I killed him." Like
Oh, no.
in the conversation with him without having to back out and restart. And he went, "Oh, well, thank you very much. Here's money." Like, "Oh, sweet. All right." Didn't even know there was a bounty on
Alright.
this dude.
I see, I see. Interesting.
And so it's cool that sometimes they think ahead to program in. Yeah, somebody definitely went way too hard with the exploration.
Too
Already
much
kinda finished the
freedom.
stuff that we need somebody to tell them about.
Yeah. I get that. What's it called? There's another game that I played. This is a little franchise called Just Cause. The
Right,
whole
yeah.
purpose is it. I think you might know of it.
I own Just Cause 3, but I've never actually played
Oh,
it.
I also own Just Cause 3. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. The whole premise is you're just this guy who's liberating countries from just dictators. Um, and so I don't remember where it is in Just Cause 3, but in that game it's really cool because it's like a you have guns, you have a grappling hook, you can melee people. At some point you or you can parachute, you have a hang glider at some point, and then you get like a rocket pack to like boost you while you're like floating and gliding and stuff. It's pretty cool. But it's called it's also very open world, very open ended as well, and so, one of the things that I've managed to do is pretty much go because there's like a main story that you can follow, but then you can also liberate the world on your own as you go. Uh, and one of the things I managed to do is liberate most of the world before going through the story because I just thought it was fun. There's also challenges that you can do, but that's the lame part. Um, and then I think I completely liberated like the final place on accident. 'Cause the thing about that place is that it has what's it called? It has, like, a giant, like, it's pretty much almost a nuke, level kind of artillery system,
Okay.
that it shoots at you, like, every, like, 20 seconds, and if you get hit, you're automatically dead. Uh, and it, like, fucks up the screen messes up the screen and, like, shakes it, and you just see, like, a massive explosion every time it hits. And so I had to figure out how am I going to get close enough to this thing to destroy it and not die? And so, like, through cool tactical planning and pretty much just hiding in the base itself, I was able to liberate that area uh, by destroying pretty much everything. And I'm pretty sure that was the final stage of the game. And I still have to go through the story and do it. But I think because I already liberated it, when I go through the story, it's not going to have half the stuff that it has. And it's like, cool. Why did they give me the freedom to basically beat the game without beating the game?
That's a conversation between the developers and the story team. Like, are we
That's
sure we
fair.
wanna lock or are you sure we don't wanna lock this behind a cutscene? I
Yeah.
guess that game's probably pretty popular with speedrunners, though.
No, that's true, yeah. Probably. I mean, I haven't actually thought about looking up speedrunning, for that game, but probably, yeah, it's a pretty fun game too. They came out with the 4th one not that long ago. It's on the Game Pass on Xbox,
Oh, yeah.
and
Hashtag
so I'm
ad.
like, should I should I just beat the 3rd one, like, story-wise and then go to the 4th one, or just say I already beat it and just go to the 4th one?
Well, I don't really know how important the story is to them.
That's true. I don't think it's, like, super. important maybe for like characters and backstory, if the same characters pop up. But from what I've played from Just Cause 2 and 3, a lot of the characters are not like recurring.
I see. Maybe just the main dude. Apparently,
Yeah.
name is Rico Rodriguez.
Yes, sir.
Why
Rico
why isn't he a more famous
Rodriguez.
character? People
I
like
don't
Doom Guy or
I don't
Sonic the
know.
Hedgehog. What about Rico Rodriguez?
He's just kind of there. I don't know what company owns him either, so it could also be because of that.
I think from what I saw on their store page, it's Squeenix. Well, actually, no, Avalanche was the one that made it. Squeenix just published.
Mm, what is Avalanche? What else does Avalanche do?
Oh,
Let's
Rage.
see, just got. Oh, they did Raid.
Oh,
I
they
don't
did
think
the
I actually
Hunter in
played
Call
much
of the
Rage.
Wild,
Hmm.
and then Just Cause. Yeah,
Renegade Ops. I don't know what that is. Oh, I think they. Oh, they also worked on Mad Max. It looks like.
I think
Generation
that was like the Mad
Zero.
Max game. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. The latest thing that they worked on was by Avalanche was Rage 2.
yeah. I've played the original Rage. I think it was the original Rage. Actually, let me see which one
Mhm.
was it. Rage.
Shadow
Yes, I have played the
Legends.
original
Oh.
Rage. It is. I don't know.
Mhm.
I tried to get into it, and it's a very weird game. It's a really old. Oh
Mhm.
wait, was it? Have I told you about this game before?
Maybe?
The one takeaway that I had from it is that they spent most of their time developing the two female characters,
Oh.
like the models for them, and everybody else
Uh-huh.
is awful looking.
That's funny as heck.
There's like two super beautiful ladies in this game, and they're both like major NPCs, and then everybody else looks like just kind of a typical Mad Max kind of
Mhm.
Lisan Al Gaib looking guy.
Huh. Yeah, no, I don't think you told me about this one.
It was pretty fun. Well, that specifically only that part of it. The gunplay was nothing to like write home about. The driving
Yeah,
was really wonky.
as they usually are
Yep. Yep.
in video games.
But that was also from like 2005 or something like that. Oh yeah, that's
Mhm.
right. They were using this weird like new age technology that supposedly made things render faster, right?
Oh.
But it I don't know if it didn't work or what the
Mhm.
problem was, but rather than rendering faster, it was basically always rendering. So whenever I would
Oh.
turn, I was watching it render in front of me.
In real time?
Yeah, yeah. It's like
Oh
everything
my gosh.
all of the shapes were there, but they were like untextured and just kind of blobby. And so as I
Mhm.
was turning, I was seeing the side of my screen rendering what I was seeing in front of me. So I don't know if they just hadn't synced it up properly or what the issue was, but that was also one of
Technology.
the reasons I stopped playing was because it was so jank to look at that I
Mhm.
just couldn't get past it. I mean, you compare that to something like Tekken 8. I was like,
Oh
oh yeah,
yeah.
Evo is actually going on right now. At least Evo in Japan. So
Mhm.
I was watching some
We
of
don't have
the.
Evo in here in America anymore, do we?
I'm pretty sure we do.
What did they stop doing? I can't remember. I thought it was Evo, but I could be wrong.
I think they dropped some stuff off of Evo that people were mad about,
Oh,
but
that
I
might
think
be it
Evo
then.
itself is still going on.
Mhm. I remember Evo. Not really.
Yeah, you really climbed the ranks there.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah, I was actually. So here's a funny story, you guys. I was the champion of Evo. Like, how old am I? Um, like 6 years ago. How old would I have been? I would have been 19. I was the youngest champion of Evo. What game you might ask yourself? All of them. I won all the games.
Right.
Right, John?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, okay, but aside from this legendary run at Evo, which of course everybody knows about,
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
have you
In the
ever
records.
competed as in a video game, like
Like
in a
competitive,
tournament
like
level?
tournament wise?
Yeah.
No.
No? Do they
No.
not have
Well,
like Dead or Alive tournaments?
they probably do, but I mean, I would have got my teeth kicked in if I'm being completely honest with you. Just based on just trying to play online.
Oh yeah. I mean,
It's
I
like,
used to play Mario. I played Mario Kart professionally for a brief period.
oh, I remember the story.
Yep.
Go on,
Well, I've done a couple of them. You want me to tell the Mario Kart story?
go for it.
Oh, okay. Well, this was on the Wii. This was Mario Kart Wii. Actually, which one was that?
Mario Kart.
Is that just what it was called? Mario Kart Wii?
Wee.
Yeah, I think it was.
I believe so. Yeah.
This was back in the day, when you would use the steering wheel to actually
When he
turn.
was a young lad.
Yes, I was a young lad. This would have been I would have been like 12 or younger. Uh
Hmm.
and it's pretty good. I to this day, I've only met one person who is as good as I am at Mario Kart. Everybody says they're good at Mario Kart. They're not good at Mario Kart. They don't understand how to play Mario Kart.
You should play against Jacob. He's pretty good at it.
That's what he says. That's what he says.
Well, he's better than me, so I take his word for it.
That's nothing to write home about. Let me be honest with you.
Well,
Let me be
well, thanks for that. I needed that today. Damn.
Let me be Frank, and you can be the guy that loses to Frank. How about that?
I'll show you, Frank.
All right, okay, calm down there. But anyway, I was so good. Actually, it was really me and my brother. We were so good at Mario Kart that
Is your older or younger
yes,
brother?
older brother. Yep. We that was like one of our main games was Mario Kart Wii. And we found out that there was like a tournament that was happening at our local library with
Mhm.
there were rewards on the line, for like first, second, and third. And we went in there and we cleaned it out. It was him, it was me, and it was one other dude. And this one other
Mhm.
dude, I forget if oh man, I think I lost to my brother, and so I got knocked down to no. He beat my brother, and so it was him and me in the finals, and I think I lost to him just barely. No, and now I'm not sure. I'm telling the story all wrong. I don't even remember how it ended.
Dude, you kind of suck,
I
man.
know we got 1, 2, 3. It was us in the top 3. And that was when we found out that the prize was like a bag of Doritos and like a 2-liter Coke.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, I mean, it was an awesome prize for a 12-year-old kid to get.
I would have just drove off of Rainbow Road at that point. Especially after
It
sweeping
was
the
on Rainbow
place.
Road. Oh, that's right. It was
Oh.
the way that they had done the tournament, like the brackets, didn't make any sense. It was like
Mhm.
a first to 2, but it was whoever won the first game basically had like a plus next to them. So if you win the
Mhm.
race 1 and you lose the race 2, you'll still win overall because you won the first one.
That's dumb.
Yeah, it makes no sense. And I think we're still salty about that.
They really said no child left behind rules.
Sort of. It would have made more sense to do a best out of 3
Yeah.
or just a best of 1. I mean, a best of 1 for most of them would have made sense. But best of 3 for the final showdown would have made a lot more sense.
Maybe they just didn't want y'all to win because y'all were winning too much.
It's very possible. I mean, that was, to be fair, that was our last professional Mario Kart experience.
Mhm.
But after that,
you said no more.
well, after that, we went to Smash Bros. We started playing Super Smash Bros.
Oh yeah.
Got pretty
Yeah.
deep into that. And even when I went to
Mhm.
college, they had an esports lounge over there.
Yeah.
And
I think they have it
well, I
still.
say I tore it up for a little bit, but I found out that I was not nearly as good as a lot of the people that were there.
Oh yeah. Those people like live, sweat, and breathe.
Yep. That's why I don't think I'll ever be able to actually play Tekken. Because if I wanted to play
absolutely
Tekken,
not.
or really any higher tier competitive game than Super Smash Bros., which is very simple in comparison. I mean, it obviously
Mhm.
has really complex aspects to it. But then
Oh,
when you look at
absolutely.
something like Tekken 8, real any Tekken,
Listen,
any Soul Calibur game, any
I gotta
3D
tell you
fighter,
this:
and most 2D fighters are now
if you
above my pay grade.
then you suck. So, anyways, no.
This is why I
If
settle with
you,
single player stories. I can't lose. I can't lose.
that's what it is. The truth finally
Yep.
comes out.
Yep.
You're just booty ass.
Yeah. Well, I
At
burned out
video
on all my
games.
competitiveness playing
That's fair.
Mario Kart and the other
It was
games that I
probably
played back
Smash
when I
that
was a
did it
kid.
for you.
Smash was
See-
one of the last ones that I was like, I'm not doing in-person stuff anymore because
Yeah,
I'm
don't
not
do
going to
online
tournaments to
either.
just get my ass whooped and then leave.
Yeah, don't. Online is even worse because people People's connection is terrible.
That's true. Yeah.
But no, listen. As someone who likes to play fighting games, I completely understand, and that's why I don't play Tekken online, because I learned very quickly if you get put up against a wall or if you go airborne, just quit. You're done. You're not getting coming back from it.
You have to know that's where you enter the defensive gameplay. You have to
Oh,
figure out from there.
yeah, defensive as you're constantly being juggled and you have nothing you can do about
Well,
it.
from what I've seen from Tekken 8 and Evo, they made
Mhm.
like the time to kill so much smaller than it was in 7.
Oh, really?
Well, they introduced new mechanics. Uh
Oh, that's right.
like
That's
there's like
right.
a heat, not yeah, there's heat, but
Mhm.
there's still also like the rage mechanic, like when you're low on health, you do more damage, and then you could do
Mhm.
like a super powerful attack. What the
Yeah.
I don't know if
See,
you
I
can
haven't
hear that, but it
played
is
8.
pouring outside right now.
Oh, it's hitting you guys now? Yeah, it was pouring yesterday, or I guess this morning at like 2 a.m. Um, but yeah, no, I haven't played 8. I watched the story for it, which is pretty cool. But the latest one I played was Tekken 7.
I see, I
And,
see.
and that's because it was on sale for like $20. And so I said, let me get this so I can finally catch up. And as I was like playing through, like trying to play through the story, I was like, God, I do not know how to play this game at all.
Little did
Because
you know
it,
there is no way to catch up. They've been playing that game for
yeah.
like 8 years before they
Oh,
even
well, I mean, I've played other Tekken games, and I thought I was pretty decent. But again, it's one of those I think I'm good versus am I actually good?
yep, that makes sense.
Like I can hold my own against amateurs for sure. But if you have somebody who actually either has been playing the game or knows the game, I'm done for. I'm
Have
cooked.
you, like, climbed the ranks in any games? Like, doing, like, rank modes? Not
Um,
even just fighting games. We're talking, like, any game at all.
Technically, if you count like battle pass kind of games like Fortnite, uh, the Rivals was another one. But
Do they, like,
I
leaderboard rank you based on, like, KDA?
Oh, you meant by that. Sorry, no, I just meant battle pass.
Wait,
Actually,
how do you mean battle pass? Like, you go up levels in the battle
like you're
pass?
level up. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
okay,
I
that
was
doesn't
talking
count,
about.
that doesn't count. I'm talking about, like, a rank system. Like, in
um,
Tekken, they have a whole bunch of different ranks, right? I don't know what you
oh,
start
there
at, it's like
is.
Fuji
I
or something like
guess.
that.
Oh, in Dead or Alive 5, yeah, I did. Because that was the first fighting game I actually was playing online. Um, and so like I went up several ranks. I don't remember how far I got, but nowhere near like the top ranks at all, for sure.
What's
Because
what's the
once, because
highest rank like, what's the highest percentage
uh,
that you've entered in any video game?
I couldn't tell you at this
Doesn't know off the
point.
top of his head? Not a professional
No,
gamer.
absolutely not. What's it called? But what's it called? Yeah, no, because I know it like starts it like goes bronze and silver and gold like most games do. And so like once I got into the bronze bracket is when the people who actually knew how to play the game showed up. And let me tell you, oh my god, that's when I said I'm never playing a fighting game online again.
I see.
Oh, what was it? I think Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. I think was the last or the one that I played. I did play online a couple of times, and I rose in ranks in that one. But then again, got to the point to where people actually knew what they were doing, and I got my teeth kicked in. Uh, so then I stopped playing that one.
So you just didn't have like that competitive drive to increase rank in a game, basically.
There was one. There was one. It was Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm. I think 3 or Revolution, one of those two. That's one that I did play online. Oh, for a while. Because that one, it's not like typical fighting game. I think it's more of like a, it's a 3D kind of arena fighter. I think. What is an arena fighter? Hold on, let me make sure I'm saying this correctly. Yeah, yeah. It's more of a like a 3D arena fighter where you can move a lot more than like Tekken or anything like that. And most of the gameplay is pretty synonymous throughout the entirety of it. It's not like it is skill based, but not like fighting traditional fighting game, arcade fighting game level skill based. So I had a chance.
Did you ever consider a career in esports?
Absolutely not.
So you didn't like see Rocket League and go, "This is my jam."
Well, I've never played Rocket League.
Well,
Um,
me neither. I was just saying that's like
oh,
one of those
I
that
see, I
does have
see.
an esports league.
I'm gonna say no, simply because the games that I like are extremely competitive, and I'm nowhere near good enough to reach that point yet.
I see.
Like, if I actually sat down and spent all of my free time learning how to play those games and actually getting good instead of just playing for funsies, then maybe. But as of things are at this very moment, absolutely not. Because like I'll just watch tournaments and it'll just be like, that's wild. I didn't even know you could even do that. And it'll be like a basic game mechanic. Uh,
You're making a bold claim that if you had the time, effort, energy, and money to actually put in a ton of hours into the game,
Absolutely. I
you'd
mean,
be
that's how
one
you
of the
get good at
best.
games. Not one of the best, but I think I could be at least somebody who can get some kind of recognition. Even if it's, I'm thinking more so locally than like nationally though.
You would want to
I
travel to
got nothing.
Japan for Evo to fight in Tekken 8.
Listen, I got nothing on Sonic Fox if that's what you're asking me.
Is there a game that you would, if you could go pro in, would you, what would you choose one in particular?
Probably a fighting game.
Like Counter Strike 2?
No,
Oh,
I suck at shooters in any capacity. Like if I'm being completely honest with you.
you're really running out of
Uh,
options for this theoretical
yeah,
esports career.
any competitive shooting games, absolutely not. After playing, because I stopped playing COD very quickly because I knew I was ass at it. I would only play with my friends.
Well, COD
Uh,
is not a competitive shooter. COD is an arcade shooter.
what's a competitive? Oh yeah, CS:GO.
Yeah, it's something more like that.
Uh,
COD, you just run around and shoot people. There's no real making a
that's
bold statement
true.
out there. COD
Oh
is
boy,
not a good competitive game.
you're just gonna get somebody in the comments 1v1 me, bro.
Well, there's a lot of shooters I don't think are good that don't make good competitive games. But yes,
That's
please
true.
continue.
Well, if we're going CS:GO, no.
Well,
Just
which
be
one did you say? You said there was one in particular.
I think the finals. I think that's what it's
That's
called.
a
It's a
shooter.
yeah. Oh no 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 no. Sorry sorry. I thought you were asking like which ones did I play.
Oh no,
You're
which
asking
one
which
would
one were
if you could pick one game to to go pro competitively in
to go
esports in?
pro competitor. Probably. Uh, I think Dragon Ball Fighters would be cool actually.
Does that have a
Cause
community? Like, how old is that game?
oh yeah, it's a couple years old. Let me find out.
Has it reached
Cause
like
like
Smash Melee? Has it reached like Melee tiers
I
of
wouldn't say it's
oldness?
Melee nearly, but it's definitely got a big competitive scene because it's the first Dragon Ball. Well, not the first, but one of the few Dragon Ball games that's actually like in an arcade style fighter. Yeah, it came out in 2018. And like there's a lot of competitive play for it. Like people like YouTubers still play it. It's in competitions. Like the Dragon Ball Battle Hour little convention conference thing. They have tournaments over there. I don't know if it's an Evo though.
Yeah, I was looking up the schedule for Evo Japan.
Mhm.
Let's see. What all do they have in here? Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, Grand Blue Fantasy, Street Fighter 3, King of Fighters
Great.
something, uh, Under
Oh,
Night in
that's what
Birth
15?
2, Sicilies, and Guilty Gear. So I guess
Let's see. Yeah,
two Street
I think
Fighters in
these are.
that though. Weird.
That's not surprising. I think they have the latest Street Fighter and maybe like the most popular Street Fighter
Oh
is
yeah,
what
that would
I'm
make
guessing
sense.
at
I guess
least.
Street Fighter's
But
probably
yeah,
bigger in
these are.
Japan.
I don't know what Under Night in Birth
Yeah, it beats
is.
me.
I've never seen that one, but yeah, these are all like the most popular fighting games. I feel like Fighters is a very niche community simply because it's a Dragon Ball game, and so you have the Dragon Ball community. Funnily enough, uh, for this little video here that's like Evo 2024 Vegas, the fight starts in and then it has a countdown. If you look at the video, there's Fighters gameplay in there, so like it's been there before, but it might not be as popular now. I don't know.
I see.
How
Oh,
did we get here?
Tekken 8 Finals is today. Today? Yeah, I think it is
Oh,
today. At 2 a.m. No, wait. What is 11 p.m. PT?
that's Pacific time, isn't it? No, that would be Pacific Standard. I don't know.
1
Oh, Evo
a.m. Okay, I
Japan is
think it's
happening right
over.
now.
Unless it's 1
See,
a.m.
Evo USA
tomorrow.
is in. Egypt for Japan is happening now. I don't know.
Unbelievable.
I don't know how we got here.
Anyway, that's good to know. It's good to know that if you had a game to pick, you'd pick that game.
Yeah,
As someone who has gone semi-pro in a lot of different games, I share that same mentality of the like. If I had just committed to it, I could have been a lot better than I was. But that would have been a lifestyle choice.
No, absolutely. It would absolutely be a lifestyle choice, and a lot of my free time would have to be spent doing that.
Yep.
As opposed to everything else that I do.
Yeah, but theoretically, that could also be paying bills.
That's also true.
If you were as good, if I was as good as I think I am in my brain, or I think I could have been when I was a young lad and could have actually
when I was a young
fought through. Back when my reaction time was cracked.
Oh yeah, no, it's insane watching people like play games like that, especially at like Evo, because not only is it like a muscle memory for all the stuff that you're doing, your reaction time has to be like frames.
Yeah, I mean the main benefit that as you get older, you have a longer perspective, and so you're able to put together other strategies that other people wouldn't think about because they're like dialed in more to. They didn't play season 1. They started playing season 10, and you were season 1, and so you have all of that knowledge plus now season 10 onward.
That is very true.
So we just have to become coaches. It's basically what I'm hearing.
You're right, but we have to get good at whatever we're doing first, so that we can become coaches.
Hey man,
for it, don't
speak
we?
for yourself. I'm a pro Mario Kart player. I could coach someone to being as good as I am.
I see.
Theoretically, I'm a very good coach. I'm very uplifting.
I don't believe that.
I like to raise people up. I don't like to criticize. Whenever I'm yelling, it's actually coming from a place of not love.
It's tough love.
It's not love. It's definitely not love. It's coming from a place of tough building
community.
I use sandpaper wood instead of regular.
You're just
wood.
a hard ass, is what I'm hearing.
Yes. My ass is very hard. I've been working out.
I don't like where this is going.
Don't you know?
Okay, I think we need to stop while we're ahead.
I've been doing.
There's children listening to this. Probably.
I've been taking Taekwondo. I can fight. I could go pro in Taekwondo.
I see. Do it.
But it's a very different beast because what I decided to go pro in is podcasting, which takes a whole different mindset. I am very good at it though. I've been told I'm very good at it.
At Taekwondo?
No, at podcasting.
Oh, podcast. Sorry, I kind of spaced out. You were going on and on about your accomplishments and your achievements and all of your.
Yeah, well, I have a trophy case. I have a whole trophy case full of cool stuff.
Oh, like what?
Soccer.
Of
basketball.
What?
Trophies.
How old are these? How old are these trophies?
Why does it matter how old they are? If I earn them in my lifetime, if I earn them in my lifetime, does it not count for the rest of my life?
Are they consolation trophies?
What if I beat an 8-year-old child? Was I 8-year-old when I did it? Yes. That means I was better than my peers. If I was to fight a 20, however old I am, I could also be the best.
Oh, okay. I see. Are you sure about that?
100%.
Okay.
I mean, it depends on what we were doing, I guess. If it was something I didn't know how to do, I'm sure I could still figure it out because hyperintelligence plus me equals awesomeness. Don't you remember? I don't know if it was last podcast or if it was 2 podcasts ago, but some piece of equipment on your computer died. And you had to restart it, and I instantly diagnosed the problem. I was trying to tell you about it, but you couldn't hear me because your headphones were broken.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Thank you.
I got to listen to you slowly piece through until you figured out what the problem was. As I was telling you what the problem was.
Well, notice how you didn't tell me what the problem was because I couldn't hear you.
Right.
So therefore, I feel like you are trying to take credit for something that does not really apply.
To your credit, you did fix it, but I fixed it instantly, and it took you a minute and a half to piece that together.
I feel like you've lost what you're talking
I'm not
about.
saying I could beat you up because I probably could, but
I don't think so.
I take that back. I take
I've
that
been
back.
trained.
You've been lifting some heavy stuff,
Mhm.
but I'm taller, so longer reach.
I'm also skinny too.
From what I just saw, you got beefier. I don't
I
think
am
I
beefier.
think you've swapped for more muscle.
Yeah, people keep telling me, "Oh, Isaiah, you look like you lost weight," and I'm like, "Where? I don't
He's just
see it."
getting more swole.
Yeah.
There are some professional esports players that are pretty swole. You could pull that off.
Hmm. Hmm.
But anyway, we have reached an hour, so thank you all for listening.
Some people say I could be a football player. I
Football
should have
player?
been a
Yeah,
football
yeah, I could see
player.
that.
Everybody just told me that for my whole life. Actually,
Yeah.
they're like, "You're built like a football player. You have the build." I'm like, "Oh,
It's
cool."
in your
I don't
blood.
think I'll do it. Uh, Hmm.
It's in your
Hmm.
soul.
So we've reached our time limit, you
It's in your
guys.
eyes.
No, it's fine. It's okay. We'll stop while we're
You
ahead.
haven't seen that?
We'll
That's a
just
classic Community bit.
no. Oh, I was actually gonna watch Community the other
You need
day.
to. It's a good show. Watch Community, everybody.
I
Great show.
I've watched it before, but I wasn't like super caught up on it whenever I was watching it. Um, like I was watching it, and it was so good. And then I found out it was canceled, and then I was really sad about
They
it.
didn't get canceled. They finished it out. 6 seasons and possibly a movie.
Oh, they
Well,
did?
they haven't gotten the movie
Fin-
yet, but they did get the 6 seasons.
Oh,
They
that's
got
good
picked
then.
up by Yahoo, I think.
Oh, Yahoo.
Yeah.
That's quite
Same
interesting.
guys that did Arrested Development's last seasons, which everybody hated. Either way,
Oh.
it's a good show. At least the first 3 seasons are incredible.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. See you next week.
Bye.